this little email that you're reading is an act of me committing to putting things into the world that help remind me of how I want to be in this world. It's about being present and taking 3 small breaths to connect yourself with that present moment. So let's do it now. And if you've read it and you didn't do your 3 breaths, or you did read it and you want to do 3 more breaths with me, let's just do it right now. Okay, you ready? So in doing the 3 small breaths, it's so simple. You focus and connect with the breath. So what it does is, I mean, you guys all know this stuff, but it allows the mind to relax and not be thinking about the next moment. And even as I was doing those 3 breaths with you, I will say the energy is kind of different with me recording the 3 breaths than it is just doing my own 3 breaths. So as you are doing these 3 breaths, we, you and me, and us, every single human that's reading this email and then doing their 3 breaths, we are connecting. We are connecting with a consciousness around doing something sparked by something. So in this case, an email, which feels like the silliest thing, like, oh, we're going to send these emails and people are going to read them. But it isn't about, it's about connection. It's about spreading ideas. It's about being invited into something and then saying yes and then seeing what happens in your own self. Everything I do in my art is about conscious evolution. It's about this idea that we are in charge of the way we go into the world. And I really came to that from the lens of a deep desire for more sound mind, body, spirit health. That was it. It's like I wanted to be healthy and loving and present in my family, with my kids, my husband, the people I work around, and anyone that I interact with. So the main thing is like I had this job where, I mean, it's running summer camps. Most people would be like, it's not even a big job. But like at the time, the pressure and the pace and everything about it, it just maxed my nervous system. Maxed it. I mean, I like couldn't function. And what was happening is I was being really unkind more than I would ever want to be. I was not being my best self. I was not being myself. My actual, true, authentic nature is not, well, my intentional nature. What was happening is I was becoming much more like my reptilian, or falling back onto behavior that just I wasn't proud of. I'd literally be thinking, I'd be going to bed and going, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I wish I didn't feel this way. Oh, just all this stuff. It's so much, but it's a lot less much to just have clean integrity with how I'm treating people, with myself, which took work. It took work. It took work that started with making paintings and communicating more and living more my authentic life for me, which looks bananas to some people, but I love my little life that I made. And whenever I forget that, say I am catching myself in moments of repetitive thought or not creating the future that I want, right? So you spend thoughts thinking about what you don't want, or you're spending thoughts actually doing nothing. You're like literally procrastinating because you can't handle looking at the thing you need to do that you want to do. And instead you just, for me, I eat food, or I like do nothing. Like I become a slug. Especially this time of year, dun, 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 when like it's just busy. Yeah. It's busy. Yeah. We got lots going on. We got work weekends. We got camps coming. I got my retreat this weekend. Like there's not a lot of downtime. And I'm feeling actually super guilty that my house yesterday I got home and it was just it's so messy. I'm like, I really want to spend more time with my kids. And it's hard. Like, it's hard to be present and be like, we're doing chores together and I'm going to be a parent right now. Like, I even have a hard time making them dinner or lunch or any food. Like, they have to feed themselves. They are 13 and 16, though, so I don't feel that guilty. They can feed themselves. But my point in saying all this is that this little email that you're reading is an act of me committing to putting things into the world that help remind me of how I want to be in this world. And I want to share it with others to help. If this resonates with you, all it is like today, one little boost in the direction of today's message is the present moment is where all your power is. Ram Dass wrote that beautiful book, Be Here Now. And recently, Lonnie shared a quote from her son, Joey, that, if he's in the present, he's just graduated from college. So congratulations, Joey. He's not going to see this, but congratulations to Lonnie and Alan. They might see this. Some of you have a lot of kids graduating right now, whether from high school, college, or graduate school. And like, everyone will say, oh, it's a wild world they're going into and blah, blah, blah. But like, this is where I think what the stuff we do matters. I think like we make the world. We make the world. And if we become people that think we have no power or control in that, then that is what you're going to get. But if you take agency, and this is a micro and macro level idea, take the agency in your particular body in this moment. 3 small breaths connect you to the present, and from the present, anything is possible. So this message is for me. It's for you. It's for me tomorrow when I forget. And, so back to, what Joey's quote was just, when he's in the present, everything feels great. When he's, thinking about the future, it's awful, or you can have regrets of the past. But I would say, like, as we all know this, I say this from a place of reminding for myself. I'm not preaching to anyone here because I need this reminder as much as everybody else. But when we live from the present, we have way less regrets in the past because we are consciously being the person we want to be in the world. And mostly that person is about how we connect to others and how we treat ourselves. If we are in integrity with that, then your next thing around what do you do, with those dreams you have, with the force in the world you're trying to, the dent you're trying to make, or the moments of appreciation you want to be having, they all just fall into place because this is all we have, and so I make this for you today, for me tomorrow, so that when I forget or later today, I have this little memory. Thanks for listening, and happy Sunday or Monday. Happy Monday. Love you.